am getting ready to turn this 1 pound of ground chicken into the tastiest, the meatiest chicken broth you've had. No mystery meat, no casing, and only a handful of ingredients. Come with me, I'll show you what to do. First, you'll need a food processor. For those of you who ask me, can you do this in the blender? I have no clue. I've never tried to do it in a blender, okay? Make sure it's spread around kind of evenly. Next, we're adding my Pam's Prep all-purpose seasoning, the classic version, okay? This is all the seasoning you really need, okay? We're gonna add one more ingredient in here, or one more seasoning in here. And some smoked paprika. Gives it that smoky taste and provides a little warmth and color to the brats. Now we're going to emulsify it, so we need to add cornstarch to it. The cornstarch, can you leave the cornstarch out? Not and get that brats texture. The cornstarch helps to emulsify it. It also provides it to have that brats looking skin, okay? And I will have all the specific ingredients on my website, pamspreps.com. Now, when you get ready to turn on your food processor, you want to pulse it. Do not turn it on low, and please don't turn it on high. Pulse it. Use the pulse feature on here and just keep pulsing it until it completely emulsifies. So you just want to keep pulsing it until you see that it is emulsifying inside. Okay. So this is what it should look like when you're done. Make sure, I'm gonna spread this around and I'm gonna pulse it a couple more times just to make sure it's the right consistency. Okay. So this is how we're going to actually form it. You need some plastic wrap, cling wrap. And you should probably put your plastic wrap or cling wrap in the freezer for a few minutes before you get ready to use it, so you can pull off a sheet like that, okay? Now spread the plastic wrap out. Now before you start rolling, you want to lightly wet your hands. I don't know if you can see that, but my hands are lightly wet. That just helps it from sticking so much. Then you grab some up. And you can make yours as big or as small as you would like to have them, okay? And then you just kind of want to form it, okay? Roll it around so it kind of becomes smooth. But your true shape is going to come with this plastic wrap. A little bit more on there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Roll it. Then sit it down on the plastic wrap. Okay. And still kind of form it some. Now, you want to take your plastic wrap, fold it over the top. You want to put it close enough to the edge that the first piece just goes over to the top. And then you want to roll it tightly, okay? Roll it, roll it, roll it. When you finish rolling it, take your ends and twist them in the opposite directions. Keep twisting it until it gets nice and tight, okay? You see how that's forming? It's becoming solid, okay? See that? That's what you want, all right? Now, once you get it like this, you want to sit it in the freezer, okay? The freezer immediately, but for only about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure when you sit it in there, you tuck the ends down and you're going to sit it in your freezer just like that. Even if you have to sit it up against something, just like that, okay? So that those ends will stay tucked under and it'll stay nice and tight. Now, I'm going to wrap the rest and I'll be back. Okay, you need a good high heat oil and you only need a little bit, okay? So put your skillet on medium low. You do not want it on high because this is chicken. We need it to cook inside and it's a thick roll, okay? So we want to cook it low and slow and it doesn't take that long. So you only want about 1 or 2 tablespoons of your oil in the skillet. And we're not deep frying, okay? Now I like to spread mine around just to make sure, and on the sides, just so that if it touches the sides, it will be well coated. Now we're gonna wait and let this heat up. Do not take your chicken brats out of the freezer until you are ready to put them directly in the skillet, and we'll be back. Sure that you do not take them out of the freezer until you are ready to put them in your skillet. Okay? And they should be nice and firm, but definitely not frozen. This is my second batch. You see when they wrap them on the ends like that, that's what they come out looking like. After about a minute, you want to roll them over. Let that first crust form like that. And then after this, you want to keep rolling them every minute or so. Don't walk away and let them sit. You got to keep rolling them so they'll cook evenly throughout.
I'm using my cast iron today because just like the history of the Bratwurst, this skillet is all about tradition and high even heat. Now, back in the 1300s, in regions like Thuringia, they didn't have fancy equipment. They had fire, iron, and finely chopped meat, or brat. By using our food processor to create that smooth emulsion, we're actually honoring that centuries-old technique. We're taking a lean protein. Now you guys have been asking me how to make chicken sausage at home. And we're getting that butcher shop texture right here in the skillet. See how these are searing? That's that cast iron magic, giving us a firm, savory crust without needing a single casing.
Now we're going to be checking our internal temperatures shortly because they're nice and golden brown, and so you want to make sure you sear off the ends. So just take your tongue, hold it up like this, and sear it off for just a couple of seconds. You're not looking for a hard sear or a dark sear. Just want to make sure those ends are seared off, okay? And I'm going to show you how to check the temperature with your instant read thermometer where you're not releasing all the steam and juices out of your chicken brats, okay? We want to keep the good stuff inside, all right? See how when I seared it off, it's nice and golden brown now on the ends, okay? Okay, so we're looking for an internal temperature of right around 165. If this is 160, you can still take it out because that residual heat will continue to cook while they just sit and rest, okay? But you can be over, not under, all right? And we are right at 156. So we're going to keep these in here just a little bit longer. You can see that. It's going up, but we're not quite there yet, all right? But that's how you want to check it. Check this one. Sometimes the ones on the end cook faster, so be aware of that as well. And see, this is up to 182. So we can go ahead and take this one out, okay? When you take them out, make sure you put them on a wire rack. And if you want to put something under them, like paper towels, put that underneath the wire rack. You do not want these sitting on paper towels or napkins or anything so they won't get soggy, okay? I've got my brioche bun here and we're going to put one in and dress it up with a little mustard. But first, before I do that, I want to cut one open for you so that you can see the texture of the inside. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Nice and smooth, meaty texture. You can even see some of the specks from the Pam's Prep all-purpose seasoning in there. That's the only seasoning you need. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at how juicy that is on the inside. And look at that broth. Oh my goodness. Delicious. Ooh, they smell amazing. Take a look, take a look. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Just chicken. That's all. No casing. Didn't even take long. And no mystery meat. Okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Delicious. Okay. Ooh, if you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. Take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss anything. Share the video out, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back once again and spending time with me. And channel members, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Oh my goodness. The full recipe will be on my website, pamspreps.com. And while you're there, please grab your free ebook. All it needs is your email address, nothing else. And that also gives me a way to be able to reach you all should anything happen on any platform. So head on over. Let's do our taste test. My mini one. I did a mini one for two reasons. One, because I'm going to have my whole brats in a minute, okay? But I wanted to show you all, you can do them in any size. The size is up to you. So if you want mini ones or larger ones, and these are fantastic. Fantastic on the grill, okay? So, ooh, look at the inside, look at the inside. High protein, nothing but chicken. A little bit of cornstarch as your binder. And of course, my Pam's Prep all-purpose seasoned classic. You can use the fiery hot. You can also add other things in here if you want. If you wanted jalapenos or cheddar, you can add some cheddar in here. Just make sure it's finely chopped up and put it in there. After you emulsify it, just quickly stir it in. Same thing with jalapenos. So it's versatile as well. And it is delicious. I will see you all next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.